against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
This phrase is what carries Doom. It's the backbone of the franchise and sets the tone for the kind of game you're about to experience. Both in Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, it is some of the first words you hear, and it is always accompanied by the mark of the Doomslayer. To me, it always pushed this strange feeling upon the player, almost like you've been branded. You have no choice but to kill demons, all the way up until the last one falls. But even after completing the game, I never felt like it was over. I was always drawn back to play through one more time. It's been about 1 month since Eternal came out, and I've beaten the game 5 times, got its Platinum trophy, and spent a pretty hefty amount of time in battle mode. Usually, with a game that I've played this much, I would start to think about stepping back and taking a break, but even while putting this together, I'm just thinking about playing more. So, after countless hours spent on this game, I think it is time to pull myself away for a second and share what I think about Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal has effortlessly been able to draw me into another playthrough only a few days after just completing it. And this has happened 4 times now, and every single time I have just as much fun as I did the first time. It just never feels like enough, you know? I guess it's a testament to just how fun the game is. It never loses my attention. This game is heavily focused on resource management. You have way less bullets in this one, but you have more tools to fight back. The chainsaw now recharges 1 fuel cell over time, to ensure that you can always stock up on bullets. You have a flamethrower to generate armor shards off of enemies, you gotta land those glory kills to get more health, and there's upgrades for the ice bomb and the blood punch to also make them into healing tools. Oh, and if you ever find yourself in a pinch, no worries. The BFG is back. And so is its brother. And its cousin. I think the point I'm trying to make here is that with all of these working parts, you can create some absolutely ludicrous combinations for any situation. It's in this realm of creativity that draws me back into Doom Eternal nearly every single day. The amount of tools at your disposal can be a bit overwhelming at times, but once you get a grasp on what you're capable of, you can really shred through the game. However, the crazy amount of demons can also be quite overwhelming.
I'm in danger!
The game always forces me into this state of focus every time the demons start spawning and the music kicks in. I sit up, and it just grabs me and I can't look away. And it's only until the music calms down and I can't see any more enemies that it's like I just lean back and breathe for a second. I go through this with every single encounter, especially on the harder difficulties. Being completely honest, Nightmare whooped my ass. I mean, it whooped my whole ass. I don't know how most people feel about the difficulty in this one, but I believe that this game is definitely more difficult than Doom 2016, which is interesting considering Doom Eternal's inclusion of some hand-holding mechanics such as extra lives and the Sentinel armor. My first time through both Doom 2016 and Eternal was played on Ultraviolent, which is the game's hard mode, and they both provided challenge, but I definitely found myself stuck on more parts in Eternal throughout the playthrough. Each weapon serves its own unique purpose, and each demon has their own unique weakness. Memorizing all of these specific details is what puts so much strain on the player. However, that's not a bad thing. Every demon is ingeniously crafted to make you change your gameplay style on the fly. If you glue yourself to one method of slaying, you'll find yourself getting frustrated quickly, because some demons are just straight up immensely frustrating if you're not ready for them. I think the number 1 demon on my shit list is the Carcass. To quickly explain his behavior, He hides from you while placing large energy shields between you and other demons. He's sort of a defensive support demon to help out the others. His style frustrates me so much that the second I catch wind of his presence, I gun it right for him. However, I don't think he's a bad enemy type. I just find him frustrating. I honestly don't believe there are any bad enemy types in this game. The only ones I find to be anti-fun are the tentacles. They just pop up and whack you, but can be one shot, and when they're accompanied by the purple goo, it slows the pace of the game. Same with swimming. I found it to be the one aspect of their new platforming mechanics to be lackluster, which sucks because I thought most of the new platforming stuff was great. I think my only actual problems with the game are just a few buggy moments. I've only had the game crash on me once, which wasn't even in the campaign, it was in battle mode, and there was only one major game-breaking bug where, for some reason, I just couldn't jump anymore. No idea what happened. It's not like my controller broke because the X button still worked in menus, but the X button wouldn't let me jump in gameplay anymore for some reason. Also, I was on Ultra Nightmare. So, yeah. Fuck that run, I guess. But these bugs are rare, and the small ones are so minuscule that they're minor issues that hopefully are patched soon. I guess the only thing I would majorly change about the game is the multiplayer.
Looks like you're about to get pwned.
Doom Eternal's battle mode is honestly really fun. The time I've spent on it has been pretty enjoyable. To quickly explain the premise, one player controls Doom Guy while two other players play as heavy demons that can spawn in other smaller demons and use tactical abilities to try and kill the Slayer while he in turn is trying to kill the two-player demons. It does make for a fun and strategic game mode that is often best enjoyed with two friends. The game honestly has very few problems other than some pretty bad netcode issues and some demons feeling a little underpowered compared to others. It is at this time, however, that I must reveal my bias, and that is that I actually really liked Doom 2016 multiplayer. I know to the majority it wasn't super well received, but I actually had a lot of fun with it. I don't think it was nearly as good as other multiplayer arena shooting games, but it was still a fun experience. It did have its issues, but I still enjoyed it. I believe that if they decided to revamp the multiplayer from 2016 into Doom Eternal, that they could have made some much needed changes and created a very fun and in-depth arena shooter. I'm not trying to shit on battle mode. I'm actually a fan, but I do seriously miss that 2016 multiplayer sometimes. However, when it comes down to the stuff that I miss from Doom 2016, it's not much.
Opening the portal now.
In nearly every way, Doom Eternal improves on the legacy left by not only Doom 2016, but the entire Doom franchise. It is the heart and soul of what a video game should be. Fun, pure heart-pumping adrenaline, and some hype-as-hell moments of pure insanity. However, it doesn't dwell on some of the other feelings and things we associate with video games nowadays. The game looks fantastic, first of all, and lore is definitely more present in this one, a lot more than it was in 2016. And yet it still takes a huge backseat to the amazing gameplay. I've spent a lot of time thinking about where this game stands for me, and I've been questioning myself on how I really feel about it and if it truly is my favorite game. And honestly, yeah, I think it is. This game is unbelievable. It still has me thinking about playing it as I'm finishing this video. Undoubtedly, this game is my favorite game ever. Is it perfect? No. Do I still love it? Of course I do. Doom Eternal isn't just a game to me anymore. It holds a special place in my heart, and I'll never forget the memories I made with it so far, and I can't wait to make new ones in the future. It's not great, it's not amazing, it's not even a masterpiece. Doom